Hello, happy and smart developers. Welcome to the coding board. This is series of UI technologies, and today we are going to learn input control elements. This is part 1 of input control elements. So let's begin the session. First we need to understand what is input control element. Input control elements are used to take value from end user are used to take value from end user. Okay, here some spelling mistake is there. Now it's correct. Now let's move on. What are input control elements? Checkboxes, radio buttons, drop down lists, list boxes and buttons, toggles, text fields, date field, file, email field. These are input control elements. Now the question is where we use these input control elements. If we are going to create one account in Gmail or Facebook, in Gmail or Facebook, then we need to provide our information, correct? So that information, that information can be submitted with the help of input fields. Okay, with the help of input fields. So already I have explained what are input fields: check boxes, radio buttons, list boxes, drop down lists, buttons, toggles, text fields, correct? To mention date we have date field, for email we have email field. In this way we use input control elements to take value from end user. So basically input control elements allows user to interact with the website. Now let's understand the same concept practically. So we have moved to our code editor, which is Notepad++. So I am writing HTML opening tag, then closing HTML. In HTML we have head portion, then we have slash head portion, then we have body and end of the body. This is basic format of HTML document. In head portion I am using title tag, in title this is title opening and this is title closing. I am giving title we are learning input control elements. Okay, and now let's move into body part. We know very well that all input controls are part of form, correct? So form action attribute, we are not doing any action, that's why I am mentioning it hash and slash form. Now in form tag we have input type is equals to text. What happened here? For name. Okay, now again input type is equals to text for last name. Now again input type is equals to email for email address. Okay, so this is the form which we have created. Let's save the code. Save input control elements dot html file. Okay, now let's execute the code in Chrome browser. Here you go. Please wait, it's processing. And here we are. See, we have three input boxes. Let me explain. See, here we have first input field, second input field, and third input field. 1, 2, 3. But they are not in proper format, so we need to format them as per our requirement. Correct. So let's move to the code, and in code section I will make use of PR tag to break line. Okay, and now let's save the code and refresh. But still something is missing. What is that? First let me explain this. See, three input fields are there. Correct. 1, 2, 3. Three input fields are there, but which field is for what, that we are not understanding properly. For that reason we will have to make some changes in coding part. What changes I will do? I will make use of label tag. Okay, label for name colon slash label. Okay, similarly I will make label for last name. I have copied and pasted that label tag for L name. Okay, last name. Now again label, here email address. Okay, now let's save the code and refresh the browser. See, now it's looking somewhat representable. Here we have labels and here we have input fields, but still they are not in particular format. Still we need to make them in proper order. So for that reason what I will do, I will make some changes in coding. We know very well that we use table to represent data in tabular format. So what I will do, I will make use of table tag. Okay, so table opening border is equals to 2. Okay, then I am closing the table where here slash table. Okay, now we know in table we have table row opening, table row closing. Okay, now we have table data td, and here we have slash td. Okay, in td what I will do, I will write this my label element, only label element. Okay, I will remove this colon and I will again use td slash td, and again we have colon. Again I will make use of td slash td, and in td I am having my input field. Just save the code and check the output. See, we have not inserted remaining two elements in table row. That's the reason it's looking odd. So I will quickly finish that part also. Okay, so here is the our table row. I'm copying this table row. This br tag is not required in table. Okay, here we have table, label should be last name, so l name, and here I am having last name, colon is as it is, and here I am removing last name, and my last name element should be in last td. Okay, fine. Again I am taking one more row, I will take. Okay, see here one more row I have taken for what, email purpose. So label for email, okay, colon is as it is, and now my input element should be in my last td tag. Now again this is not required. Now our table is completed. Now let's see the magic of table. Here you go, how it is looking. It is looking in proper format. Let me remove border. I will not mention border. And now let's check. Let's remove border attribute. Save and refresh. What happened? One input element is there. Let's find it. Okay, it's our mistake. We have not removed it. Email. Okay, let's take one more row. One more row for what? For date. See here. Table row, label, email, and date. Here we have date and input type date. Okay, see, save the code and refresh. Here we go. But still we want some advancement. For that what I will do, I will make use of placeholder attribute of input tag. I will teach what is placeholder very soon. Enter name. Okay, then I am going to make use of this in last name, and then I am going to make use of placeholder enter email. save the code and refresh. So it's giving us hint what to type in which field. So I'm typing Mohsin and last name the coding bot, and here is the email abc@gmail.com, and here we have date. What is date? Today's date is this one. Okay, so in this way we can make use of input fields, or we can say input elements, to take input from user, and to submit this form I will have to take one more row for submit button, correct? Here we don't want anything, here also we don't want anything. Input type is equals to submit. Save the code and wait a minute, submit value is equals to submit. Okay, save the code and refresh. Observe how it is looking. We have, let's do one thing. Let's take this button in the middle. Okay, now observe, refresh how it is looking. It is looking in particular format. So in this way we can make use of input elements to accept data from end user. That's it in this session. Let's meet in another session. In next session I will show few more input elements and different attributes of input elements. Thank you for watching.